Okay, so we're going to go over the PekaBoBat. A while ago I did the Pekka Smash, which does not involve bats, but now I'm going to do it with bats. I think this is, well, I've had much more success with this attack than the other Pekka Smash. Even though I just watched the World Championships, the 3 days qualifiers, and not one person used PekaBoBat. A lot of people tried Pekka Smashes. I think only one of them worked out of the several that I saw. So basically, originally when I saw this, people were using 5 healers and 5 big units. I've changed it because I've had much more success, and people were bringing 5 healers and they weren't using a balloon to protect a healer, so a healer would get killed in the beginning, and it just didn't make any sense to me. So I just went with 4 healers because you need 4 healers. So if you have 5, you have an extra one. Maybe it works better, I don't know. I prefer bringing the extra Pekka or big unit because I just have a hard time with the funnel, and the hardest part of this attack is the funnel. So we're bringing 6 big units. You're either bringing 6 Pekkas or you're bringing 5 Pekkas and a Electro. You could bring 4 Pekkas and Electro. Bottom line is you're sending 4 Pekkas in at the Town Hall into your funnel. The funnel is the hardest part of this attack. You're either bringing a jump or you're bringing 4 freezes. Now, jump is makes this attack a lot easier because assuming you get your funnel right. Now, when you're doing this attack, you always need to come in on an edge. This is a tight edge base, and you'll see some other bases that are less tight, and what I mean by that is you have these edges right here and your army can split if you don't make the funnel perfect, and you're screwed. And even if you do make the funnel, like let's say you take out all this outside stuff, you still have stuff out here on the edge that's kind of close. I think this gap right here is kind of what protects you. If this was a solid wall across, then I think this attack wouldn't work very well. So essentially you're taking either 1 Pekka or 2 Pekkas and you're making your funnel. You're clearing out this stuff. Now, if you don't have any air defenses, like there's no air defense over here within reach, you can use an Electro Dragon to clear a lot of this stuff out. If you have an air defense here, obviously you cannot use an Electro Dragon because it will die. The other thing is if you're bringing an Electro Dragon, you need to bring 2 loons because you need to put a loon before the Electro Dragon. You'll see an attack I'm going to show you where he still gets the base and he didn't use a loon, and his Electro Dragon died right away. He just got lucky. So essentially what you're doing is you're making your funnel. There's this test loon, and it actually turns out nice that the loon can kill that because it can kill a mortar in one shot if it just drops it and falls. Now he's using more Pekkas at once here because he knows that the Electro Dragon is sealing off this edge and the Pekka is going to go this way, and then he's got a Pekka here to go here, and then this guy is going to go here and he's going to go in there because you want 4 Pekkas coming in where you're entering the base. So you see, the funnel's made. Everything should go in. Now, the point of the bowlers, one of the major points of the bowlers, is to kill the CC, believe it or not. Because if you have ground CC, like a crap ton of archers, the attack's over if you don't have bowlers, because the Pekkas will sit there and swing at every stupid archer all day, where the bowlers will kill him in one smash. So your bowlers are behind, and if you have Infernos, when you have your 4 Pekkas in there at least, and you have your 5th Pekka coming out of the siege machine, then you've got your king or your queen in there. the multi should not be on your bowlers. That's why you don't need a heal in this attack. And your healers should kind of be in rage a little bit too by the time the bowlers get there. So once the Town Hall goes down, you need to use your Warden ability. You have, again, we're not using poison, so you gotta, your queen. If your queen doesn't go in, the attack's over. If the queen doesn't go in or the bowlers don't go in, you're pretty much screwed. Most of the bowlers don't go in. Now he got lucky that Electro Dragon is still alive and is still in there doing damage and rage and sucking up air bombs, which is nice. Now the last part of this attack and the most important part is the bats. Okay, the bats, the biggest thing I see where people fail is they do it way too early. So you need to wait on this attack. And I mean, you need to wait a while. So when you're bringing the jump, you only have 2 freezes. If I wasn't bringing the jump, and sometimes you don't need a jump, and I'll show you one where you don't. He's bringing it. This base, you might not have needed a jump, but I could have, if I had my 4 freezes, I would have let my bats go right now, because I've got a freeze here, a freeze here, a freeze here, and a freeze here. By the time the bats get to those, I probably would need 2 freezes here, but by the time the bats got to here, they'd be done. But you need, the defenses would be gone, but you need to let the troops really thin out the stuff. A lot of times you send your bats in and they die, and then the attack's over. The bats really are needed to clean up in this attack. So now, I mean, if you look, and again, here's the other big thing I'll say. You don't plan your bats. You cannot plan in the beginning of this attack where your bats are going to go. You need to see. If you plan, you're going to do it wrong, because you never know where the troops are going. There was an Inferno right here. The troops could have come here, and then all this, the troops could have gone over here first to the right side, and then all this shit would be up, and you'd be releasing the bats over here. Because if you look here, there's nothing all the way around here that can hurt your bats, because there's no air bombs that can get them. There's no air defenses, really. I mean, there's no multi defenses, splash defenses, excuse me, over here until you get to right here. So this whole section of the base, the bats can take out. You cannot plan where the bats go. You just have to be patient and watch. Now he drops his freeze. Now if you watch here, the troops kill the other Inferno, and then there's no splash damages. So he sees that. I mean, he didn't even need that to use that freeze, but he was trying to be safe. Nice attack. Okay, now here's the only attack that we didn't bring a jump, and you'll see why. So the question is where to come in. You cannot come in this way. You cannot come in on a side that big. It has to be right here. Okay. So you need to come in with your units right here, which is fine, because they're going to go right to the Town Hall, because this is an easy funnel to make. When you see something like this, it's an easy funnel. Where this wouldn't be easy is if you had like 4 Teslas in here that I didn't know about, this was a fresh hit, then the attack might be screwed. So I took a chance, because then your bowlers and crap are going to go around. If you had a jump, you might be able to save yourself by putting a jump here if they moved. So that would be a risk. I took the risk. So notice I can't use an Electro Dragon because there's no reason to. Like, you don't need an Electro Dragon over here. There's just, there's four little things here. You can just throw a P.E.K.K.A there, he'll get him easy. The Electro Dragon will kill this, and then it might start the Town Hall. And you don't really want that early. You want to engage the Town Hall with all your troops. There's just, and then you have an air defense here, so it's going to reach everything once it gets past those. So there's just no reason to bring the Electro Dragon, and it saves you troop space. So I got 6 P.E.K.K.A s, and you get an extra bowler. So notice again on the bottom, I'm starting 2 P.E.K.K.A s there because I know one of them is going to go to the right and the other one's going to start heading back towards where my funnel is going to be. Now, the P.E.K.K.A went up, which is totally cool. Now my funnel's set, so nothing is going to walk. As soon as this P.E.K.K.A kills this guy right here, I should be good to go. Notice I dropped the queen. I haven't dropped my healers yet because the AD is sitting right there. I don't want to lose them. Bowlers. Balloons in front of the healers to protect, to get any air bombs. Again, bowlers are in. Look at all those archers. If the bowlers just melt through the archers, if they didn't, then it would be done. Use the warden attack, and then again you're raging right away into the base. Now here's why I did not bring a jump.
Catch your breath and you sleep now. Don't whisper, it's too loud. Live every beat per moment. So hard when it's so far and you're lost to fight it. Then the hands break. Are you scared now? Don't be scared now. There's still time. It's not hard when it's not far. You're not lost. You find it.
So the healers are on the bowlers, and they're up. Everything's still up. Again, I have 4 freezes now, so now I can wait, but I'm still gonna wait because in the past I would drop my bats now because I just would panic or something. There's just no reason to, because I know I've had too many attacks go to 90%, and I had the base and I ran out of time because I didn't have any bats to clean up. So there's just no reason to do the bats early. So now I see, okay, I want my bats to come this way. I don't want to draw the bats up here because they're going to go right in there, then they got to go back over here, and I want to actually give them more time because my troops are coming around here. By the time they chew through here, hopefully my troops have taken this out for sure and maybe have engaged this. So now I'm dropping them all the way in the corner, and I'm going to drop a freeze here. And I should only need 1 freeze there, and I'm going to need a freeze here and a freeze here, and I might need the other 2 freezes. I mean, I might need 3 freezes there. It could be the case. That's what I'm thinking in my head as I drop these bats. Probably could have dropped that freeze a little earlier, but I saw my troops were there, and I knew I had the base when I missed the last freeze. Okay, again, so this base right here, whenever you have if you see that there's gaps, you need a jump. Because if you don't have a jump, the troops will just go through these damn tunnels and not even break a wall, because there's no reason to break a wall. They'll go to a defense that's closest to it, and your attack will be over. So you have to bring a jump here. And this is a super easy funnel. Again, you need the small edge. You gotta clear this out, and then clear like to here, and you've got your funnel, and your troops should go in. And that's exactly what happens. Again, there's no reason to bring an Electro Dragon here, because a P.E.K.K.A can do the work, and you're saving the space. So you see the funnels made, and he actually lost a P.E.K.K.A. There's an extra P.E.K.K.A on the left side there. It doesn't matter though. So you see those skeletons in front of the town hall? If those bowlers will take care of them in one shot. Now, if you look here, the P.E.K.K.As are enraged, and so are the bowlers, so they will just go right through these walls. That's the next rage. And the healers are keeping everything up. Everything's full health, even though they're taking freezes and getting shot by everything. Now he drops his jump because they went through the walls. If he didn't drop the jump there, they would have all gone around. Now again, the most important part of the attack is be patient. There's no reason to rush this. He's got the space. You can tell right now. Because if you look here, and again, most people don't set bases up like this anymore because of this attack, but there's nothing in this back row that can hurt bats. I mean, literally, you've got this guy, and they're right next to each other, and these guys. And then once those go down, it's over. Once that queen takes down that inferno, it's go time. And he did it with one freeze. That's how it's supposed to go with the bats cleaning up like that. Perfect. Okay, I got two quick ones here. If you see these kind of gaps in the base, a lot of people will do that. And the reason why they'll have like one like this, where there's like this gap. My base has this actually, and the reason why, and there'll be nothing in there. The reason why they do this is because the P.E.K.K.As will go, all your troops will come in, and I've had this happen to me. That's how I know. And then they'll literally just all come out. So you need a jump. Don't take any chances. And, you know, a jump here connects everything, you know, so you can get everything to these Infernos. One jump here gets you to all three Infernos. These Infernos are really close together. If they're close together like this, that's game on for this attack, especially. Now, you'll see here, I use a, you can watch, I paid attention to where he was at, because I was actually hoping that this dragon would shoot this way, and he would go this way, but he didn't. So I had to improvise on this one. So then I dropped my P.E.K.K.A there. And I want to show you now. The dragon actually did a really nice job. But I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, I've been here before. This stuff has got to go. If it does not, your bowlers are going to walk. I guarantee it. So I have to drop another Pekka. I know at this point in time before I drop my bowlers. There's the Pekka. I kind of wanted him to go get the arch tower and make sure he got it. That's why I dropped him all the way up there. As soon as the arch tower goes down, I'm waiting the bowlers even after my healers because I need that thing to go down. Now here's the next thing. Okay, so I've already like planned this in my head. My jump needs to go down now because as soon as this dies and this dies and maybe these, if my jump's not down, the troops are running out of here. So I should have it dropped right now. That's even too long, but because there's no reason not to drop it before that. And look, there's the Pekka. He went out there. Everything's so close together in the middle of this base. I mean, it just destroys it. Those Infernos got no chance.
Don't set us free. Give me a sudden rush. Make me blush. You're more than lust. Show me how
So, I'm looking here, and again, where do I drop my bats? I waited, and now you can see all this stuff. They cannot hurt my bats. I have 2 bat spells left. There's only 2 things left that can stop my bats, and they're right there, and my troops are kind of around there, and this thing's fully engaged. So I'm in a good spot. So I waited that long until then to drop the bats.
hold me captive, don't let me go. I'm locked up in your love, taken captive under your throne. Yeah, lock me in your love. Hold me captive, don't let me go. I'm locked up in your love, taken captive under your throne. Yeah, lock me in your love.
So here's the last attack. And this is an attack that, I mean, I honestly wouldn't have tried this attack because the funnel's impossible to make. And I actually learned something from this attack, but there's no way that a P.E.K.K.A can take care of that. The P.E.K.K.A could probably get this funnel, maybe, because you want to come in here, or you want to come in, maybe you want to come in here. I would have tried to come in here, because then all I needed to do is clear these 2 things, and then maybe an Electro Dragon down here. That's how I would have done it. He chooses to try to come in through here, I believe, and got really lucky. And the thing I did that I learned from this is, and I've been doing this with hog attacks. With hog attacks, you don't need your king. So like, if I was gonna hog this base, and I wanted to come here to get the town hall with my heroes, I just throw a king right here, and he will clear up all this crap, easy. And that's what happens here, unintentionally, but that's what happens. Now, big mistake, doesn't drop a balloon. So boom, he learned his lesson after this attack. Now the Electro Dragon's done. The Electro Dragon, if he didn't eat that bomb, he might have been able to clear a lot of that side. I don't know, maybe. But as it stands, he only got 2 things. Now at this point in time, this attack should be over because there's no way that those bowlers are not gonna walk. But if you look, the king, see the king's going out there? And this bottom funnel here, this guy cleared so far. Like, these bowlers usually would all go out. But they go back in. Well, some of them do. There goes the other ones. So really, most of his bowlers and P.E.K.K.A.s are in the base, and that's what matters. I mean, so he's got a lot of troops in the middle of the base still. There's his jump. I mean, that worked perfectly, so it leads me to believe you probably can use your king to funnel, and you don't necessarily need him in the middle of the base. So that actually gives, I think some more versatility. I mean, that was nice. So Dragon learned this attack like 2 wars ago. We walked him through an attack, and he's been, I mean, he got like 6 3 stars in the last 2 wars. He got like, no, yeah, he got 2 3 packs this war. I think he's 6 or 7 3 stars in the last 2 wars with this attack. So nice job, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the video.